Coleman Farm YouTube channel. Today we are going to be changing out one of our torque rods in the back here on the suspension. I found a few other videos of some guys changing them out. Biggest thing was having the airbags fully inflated and then back off your bolts, make sure they're loose, and everything wiggles right now. So we're going to go ahead and dig into this, pull one of these torque rods out and put in this brand new one. It has a good bushing and shouldn't have any suspension problems. So let's get after it. So this is a 1985 Peterbilt 362 that it's been sitting on some farms for a while, and definitely time for some new bushing, which I'll show you up close here in a minute once I get this off. But as you can see, they're sitting pretty loose. I can wiggle this back and forth, so shouldn't be a problem getting this out. And that's what the other videos suggest, is making sure that it's sitting loose and you can wiggle it to where it makes it a lot easier getting them in and out of there. And then kind of remembering how they went on there. All right. So this torque rod came out pretty easy. It matches up to my other one pretty perfectly. Awesome. So if you can see, this bushing is all super cracked, dry rotted. You put any kind of weight on that, it's not going to hold up very well. So, get that out of the way. We'll come in here with our new one. And see how this fits in there. I was actually thinking about running to the store and grabbing some new bolts for this, so I don't have to worry about it. I mean, these are kind of old. Everything looks pretty good, thread-wise and everything. It's not super rusted out, but I think I just feel better putting new grade 8 stuff back in here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some new stuff. Make sure I'm putting good hardware back in here. So I'm gonna run to the hardware store and I'll be right back. Well, it's the weekend and not everybody's open on the weekends, so did find a couple of the bolts at Tractor Supply, but they don't have everything I need. So I think it's gonna put back the old stuff for now and then go online and order exactly what I need and then change them out later. So let's get back to changing out this torque rod and putting in the new one for now and go from there. Probably get another washer for this. Looks like it goes this way. Can kind of round it over on the corners a little bit. All right. Well, now I think I can get the impact out and drive these in there a little bit. Well, let's grab that. Well, now looking at my other torque rod a little closer, it's on up there. There's supposed to be another spacer, washer. Actually, there's a couple washers on that one and a big spacer, kind of like how there's a washer and another spacer here. So, torque rod fits good, but I need to get some of those spacers or try to look through the truck to see if those parts are lying around somewhere. So, I think I'm gonna stop on this one for now and see about taking apart the other one. Well, I got the other torque rod off, and on further inspection, notice that the plate here that comes in here for the suspension were to bottom out and doesn't damage your frame. It's steel, and then the frame's aluminum, so then we've gotten some corrosion on the frame that I'm just gonna go ahead and grind some of this off real quick, touch it up with some paint, and bolt it all back together. So, almost there. This inside one was definitely not the easiest to get off with the fifth wheel plate right above it. But I was able to loosen up the nuts, and we are gonna clean this up and then try to get this all bolted back together. All right, so got the frame cleaned up, that's recoated. Go ahead and pull this other torque rod out. All right, so these off. Make sure they matchy. It looks like they do. So we'll get this out of the way. Now I never changed the torque rod before, but this actually hasn't been that bad. An experience. That was gonna be a lot harder than one of us. But put these and the spacers back in like they were. Now again, I'm gonna order new bolts and things, so I'm just trying to get the fresh torque rods on there for now, and then I'll come back because the whole frame's gonna get redone anyways. We're gonna repaint this as well, but I'm just getting this old parts off, new parts on, and keep moving forward to get this thing back on the road. So it will definitely be gone through more, so don't worry. Okay, so my spacers are on. Around the other side. Then that goes. Those spacers. Washing. All right. These washers back on. That sucks. Just dropped the nut. So far, this hasn't been a bad experience, other than finding more corrosion. But the task of changing out torque rod on here hasn't been too bad. I honestly thought it was going to be harder than this. I thought they had a lot more tension on them, but if you air up your suspension all the way, it actually relieves tension on it, and you're able to take them on and off pretty easy. Okay, so these are just hand tight. Let me get the other side on. And I did take the plate and cleaned it up and repainted it. So that looks a lot better. Get the spacer in here. know you guys probably can't see any of this. Okay, so I got my spacer in there. Get these other spacers on there. All right. Love taps. The other washer and the nut on there. And then I drop the nut. Grab the other one. Yep. So here's our new torque rod. This is attached to the frame on this side. This is attached to the axle. They are hand tight, but it's getting tighter now that I've taken up a lot of the slack. Taking it off, I know I didn't really video on this one, but the airbags are up. I loosened them up and then got the bolts all to where the nuts were just about to come off. This whole thing can wiggle a little bit, so I knew I was in the right spot. Was able to take off the nuts on both sides, pull this back out, and then I got this plate for if it were to bottom out, that protects the frame. This whole thing came off, saw I had corrosion. Cleaned up all the corrosion, touched up the plate and the frame with some of the Rust-Oleum Professional black gloss paint, and then put that back on there after I cleaned that all up. Now I got the bolts on here. We're gonna get the impact, tighten these down, and we're gonna call this one good for now. So go ahead and grab the impact and my wrench, and we will get these tightened down. I'm going to tighten these all up a little bit before I lock it all down. That one in there's a pain in the butt. Yeah, I might have to go down below to get that in there. Was able to get it. All right. New torque rod installed. This front one, good for now. At least we got new torque rods on there, and then we will soon get the next one will be these torque arms. So gotta unbolt these, put the new one on, and bolt them back on, and do the same for all 4 of them. Changing out these torque rods weren't that bad. I thought it was gonna be a little bit harder, get a little bit more room on this back side here. But like I said, got the airbags aired up, rods were loose, able to loosen them up, and then take them off, put new ones on, bolt them right back on. So if you have your own torque rods that you need to change out, don't be scared. It's actually not that bad. So I don't know, maybe an hour or so to change out both of them. Probably the hardest part was just getting the old bolts loosened up. Not too bad, but big newer torque rods compared to the original ones on here. These were a little bit thinner diameter, and these feel a lot more beefy. So, and that's what Peterbilt said. They don't have OEM ones anymore. These are aftermarket, and they're a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger too. So I like that, especially since we got our little boy ramps on here, and it's gonna be our heavy haul truck with our low boy trailer. So, all right, well, we'll keep moving on and get to these torque arms.